Assalamualaikum. I am Jawad Mahmood, and today I will teach you about advanced GPU and CPU which are being used in our industry nowadays. So first question arises is what is a CPU? A CPU is a central processing unit and it is the primary component of a computer that performs most of the processing inside the machine. It is often referred to as the brain of the computer because it executes instructions from the programs, performing calculations, and managing data flow within the system. Now, moving towards our second slide, sorry, I forgot to tell you about GPU. GPU are more advanced in parallel programming than the CPUs. CPUs are good for sequential programming, while GPUs are good for parallel programming. Now, think of your computer like a company. The the CPU is the manager who organizes tasks, delegates work, and ensures everything runs smoothly. Basically, a CPU is a manager which can see that everything is running smoothly in the company. And latest CPU in the industry is organized or produced by Intel Core i9 14900K, and latest GPU which is produced by NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5090. The GPU is the creative team. Now it's another analogy that think of GPU is the creative team focusing on all the artistic and high detail tasks. But it is not limited to visuals, it can help with other heavy computations too. It is not necessary that GPU will only perform the tasks related to video editing or rendering images or videos or like visuals. It can help in computations too, like in it GPUs are commonly used in gaming, in scientific computation, and in machine learning. GPU enhances computational performances, and GPUs can handle complex calculations very quickly, rather or better than the CPUs. In the On the other hand, manufacturers these two type of stuff like CPU and GPUs are made by two companies which are uh, renowned by their works, like Intel, who usually make CPUs, a leader in semiconductor innovations, and the GPUs are usually produced by NVIDIA, renowned for graphics processing and AI advancements. Intel and NVIDIA are like two top companies. Intel specializes in creating powerful CPUs, while NVIDIA builds creative genuine CPU and GPUs. The i9-14900K and RTX 5090 are their best creations in 2024. Now, if we can dive deeper, i9, the CPU, has 24 cores, 8 are performance cores, and while the other 16 are efficiency cores. Its speed of 6.0 GHz per second. Speeds of 6.0 GHz per second means the CPU can perform 6 billion operations per second. The thing which I told you earlier that Intel Core i9-14900K has 24 cores, 8 cores are dedicated for performance while 16 cores are dedicated for efficiency. These are the technical specifications of a CPU. This CPU has a clock speed up to 6.0 GHz per second, means that it can handle 6 billion tasks per second. And architecture, this CPU has the architecture of Raptor Lake Refresh. Now, the special Raptor Lake Refresh is the name of that architecture which this latest CPU follows. Now, what is architecture? Architecture refers to the design or blueprint of the CPU. Coming upon the next, socket. Now, what is socket? The LGA is the name of the socket which is on which the CPU is installed. The socket is the physical interface where the CPU is installed on the motherboard. Uh, think of it as a plug for the CPU. We can think it as the plug of the CPU. At last we have TDP 125 watt. Now what is TDP? TDP stands for thermal design power. What it tells you how much heat the CPU will produce when working at the maximum performance. All of these are the technical specifications of the CPU. Moving towards another slide. Now it is the technical specification of the latest GPU. Uh, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 50. First one is the VRAM. 24 GB GDDR7 is used in NVIDIA GeForce. Now what is VRAM? VRAM is the video random access memory. The CPU use RAM, which is random access memory, and which has uh, stable speed or good speed, but GPU uses VRAM, which has higher data transfer speed as compared to the RAM which is used in CPU. This VRAM is specially designed for the GPUs. The next thing is CUDA cores 20,000 plus. Now what are the CUDA cores? CUDA cores are the processing units within a GPU. These are the responsible for performing parallel calculations. Each core can handle a specific task such as computation, shading, lighting, or any other thing. The next thing is the architecture. What architecture does this NVIDIA GeForce follows? The name of the architecture is Ada Lovelace is the name of NVIDIA's latest GPU's architecture. Next thing is the ray tracing cores. These ray tracing is a term which is used basically in physics, that when a light, how you can see the object, that your eye emits a light or ray which then hit an object and reflected back to your eye, then you can see that object. This is called ray tracing, and this is improved by GPU. And the next thing is memory interface 1512 bit. Memory interface means bandwidth of the data transfer, which are the transferring of data is occurred or occurring between the processor and the memory. The 1512 bit used in the GPUs means there is a high bandwidth. We can think it as a highway, that there's a big highway between processor and memory, and many tasks or instructions can pass simultaneously as compared to the CPUs. Now moving towards the performance benchmarks. What is the meaning of benchmark? Benchmark meaning, it means that standard. What are the performance standards? So CPU benchmarks. It means that the first one is that the 20% faster single core performance over Intel Core i9 13900K. It means that the CPU can complete a single task 20% quicker than the Intel Core i9 13900K. For example, the 19 i3900K is the previous version of the CPU. For example, if the i9 13900K takes 10 seconds to complete a task, the new CPU would take around 8 seconds to do the same task. Second thing is the multi-threaded performance. What is multi-threaded performance? The program is divided into simpler tasks, threads that can run independently. This allows the program to utilize multiple cores of a CPU, if available, to perform these tasks in parallel. These are the performance benchmarks of the CPU. Now there are the benchmarks of GPU as well. The first benchmark is the same like the CPU, that it outperforms RTX 4090, which was the previous version, by 35% in 4K gaming. It means that this GPU can complete a single task 35% quicker than the previous GPU. So we can think that, or we can think that how much good it is. The second thing is that AI tasks see up to 50% improvement by using these latest NVIDIA's GPU. Towards the innovative features, the Intel Core i9 enhanced AI workload acceleration means that the AI computations are solved more rapidly or more fastly or more quickly by using this CPU. The second thing is that it improved overclocking capabilities. What is the meaning of overclocking? That pushing the CPU beyond its normal speed limits to get more performance. Now, same like this, NVIDIA GeForce has innovative features that it has advanced DLSS 4.0 for superior upscaling. DLSS 4.0 is the latest version which is even better at making low resolution images look like high resolution image without a big performance. Means that you can show a low resolution image as a high resolution image without a big performance or without a big hardware. So this is the innovative features in NVIDIA's GPUs. And second thing is that real-time path tracing for unparalleled visuals. This is the method of rendering graphics that simulates the way light behaves in the real world, creating very realistic images. These GPUs are used in gaming or in other computations when in visuals basically when people or when the audience needs to see the realistic things happening. Application and use cases. As both are the advanced technologies, so both are used in same things like gaming, like in 3D rendering. While CPU has less faster speed as compared to GPU, but they are more of the same type. So first one is high gaming. High cores count and clock speeds make them ideal for gaming, especially when compared with a powerful GPUs or CPUs. Content creations. Video editing, 3D rendering, and graphic designing that are tasks that benefit from these type of processors. The third thing is that productivity for multitasking programming and running virtual machines, and these are the benefits which can be taken by using these type of Intel Core i9 CPUs and NVIDIA's GeForce GPU. And the most advanced or uh, good thing is that AI and machine learning is taking very much benefit from these type of specialized GPUs and CPUs to handle multiple tasks and heavy computation simultaneously. There is a market impact. The consumer perception is that it is praised for unmatched performance and innovation. As GPUs and these advanced GPUs and CPUs are very much powerful while doing computation, so they are unmatched, and this is praised by the audience. But at the same time, these audience criticize them for high pricing. For sure, when these are performing high computations, they do have high price. So that is why they are criticized for high pricing as well. Third thing is that industry analysis set new standards for CPUs and GPUs. NVIDIA's RTX 5090 introduced cutting-edge AI-powered graphics, setting a standard for future GPUs. Now, competitors like AMD need to create something big or just good as or better. Because of these advancements, the competition between companies like Intel, AMD, and NVIDIA is getting stronger. This competition pushes the industry to innovate faster, which benefits consumers in the long run. So these type of two type of market impact. One is from the consumer perception, and second was from the industry analysis. Now there is a future trends predictions in CPUs and GPUs can increase focus on AI-optimized hardware, greater energy efficiency and performance. Companies are adding specialized components like AI accelerators and cores to speed up AI computations. The latest NVIDIA's GPUs like the RTX 5090 consume less power per frame in gaming while delivering ultra high quality graphics. This means that you can get better result visuals without your computer getting too hot or wasting energy. Imagine a self-driving car. The CPU controls basic functions like starting the engine, the GPU processes visual data from cameras, and the quantum processor calculates the fastest, safest route in milliseconds by analyzing millions of possibilities. So it is the one of the technologies which can be integrated by quantum computing with most advanced CPUs and GPUs. And the second thing is that further manufacturing techniques with advanced nodes. Like advanced manufacturing techniques are allowing companies to shrink transistors, which are the smaller building blocks of processor. Smaller transistor means more can fit into the same space, resulting in faster and more efficient processors. Means that the chip remains the same, but the thing which is integrated on the chip is the transistor, and we are shrinking that transistor in size so that more and more transistor can get on the chip, which can improve its efficiency. That's all for today, and these are the references from which I got knowledge. These are some websites. So looking forward to deliver more lecture like this.